The translation that I read for this review specifically was, I'm not gonna lie, pretty bad, okay? So, and I've been waiting for a better translation, but I have to leave, so I just figured, I can't wait anymore. Got stuff to do. Looks like some of the Fishman Island animals are going crazy, at least that's what the newspaper says that Jinbei is reading. And back in Dressrosa, other animals are trying to escape the birdcage. And those animals, I believe, remember, some of the toys were animals as well. They're hurting themselves because the cage is sharp. There's a very brief scene with Maynard there. And I gotta be honest, that scene really tripped me the fuck out, because I was like, okay, there's so much chaos in the Dressrosa downtown area, or on the grounds of Dressrosa, you know, not the top, but the grounds. And yet last week, we saw the citizens say, oh, King Riku, we support you. We never wanted to capture you or God Usopp. As with anything else, you have the reasonable people, and then you have the batshit crazy people. There's the little girl crying over her dad. It's like, well, what the fuck is going on? And this is where things get a little bit complicated, because we go to Luffy. Doflamingo and Bellamy are about to attack him, okay? Luffy protects himself by using Octopus Stamp, okay, to just fend off the attackers. But then, I don't know if this is Doflamingo's clone or if it's the real Doflamingo. He comes in from the top and just fucking stomps Luffy, breaks the fucking floor. If that's a clone, holy shit. Makes sense that that's the clone, because when Luffy falls down a level, Bellamy and Doflamingo follow him down, which, by the way, that's just another way of stalling out the fight. Prolonging it to not only, you know, allow us to go into Law's flashback, which is basically what we got at the end of this chapter, but also to let everybody else finish their fight. And Luffy calls the Doflamingo that is in front of him Fake Mingo, so the real one, I assume, is the one talking to Law upstairs. This is where the dialogue gets heavy, and so I'm just doing my best to interpret it the best that I can, okay? It's the way that I understand it. The beginning of this conversation is Doflamingo explaining to Law why he had the power to summon ZP0 to Dressrosa. Because even though he's considered a fugitive by the Celestial Dragon, he still has a certain amount of influence because he knows about a secret treasure that is hidden in Marijoa. So he's been using that knowledge to blackmail the Celestial Dragons. Now what's weird to me is that he says that they can't kill him. So I'm guessing that maybe he has like some type of an arrangement so that if he gets killed, he already told somebody else what the treasure is. So that if he dies, the secret gets out. Something like that. And then he talks about the Opi Opi no Mi, which is the power that Law has. Here's a theory I have. If Law, when he was a kid, had a very short time to live, okay, and then he met Corazon, and he remembers Corazon fondly, he admired him, he still admires him, wouldn't it be possible to assume that Corazon had the Opi Opi no Mi and was helping Doflamingo achieve or do whatever he wanted to do, but then he became so fond of Law that he actually performed that surgery on Law to allow Law to live forever? Maybe that's why Law is still able to live after being shot with a pistol 3 times and getting the crap beat out of him by Doflamingo, okay? Plus, I think it was established that Doflamingo killed his brother. So wouldn't a good reason for Doflamingo to do that is that maybe he wanted his brother to use that operation on him, on Doflamingo, to become immortal, but he didn't. He used it on Law, and that's why he's so pissed off? Because Law says that if you perform the operation, you die, but we don't know how fast you die after you perform the operation. It could be like a couple hours, maybe a day or 2. Maybe the operation is a body and soul transferring technique. I don't know. When Doflamingo starts trying to hit Law with his strings, it turns out that all the stuff that Law knows in terms of combat, he learned from other Don Quixote family members. Like, oh, Diamantes' swordplay, Gladius' gunnery, Lao Ji's combat ability. I taught you everything you know, you ungrateful mother. And Law says, I'm thankful to Corazon for giving me the powers that I need to defeat you. I'm like, whoa, is this going to be the first ever double team victory in the history of One Piece? Maybe Oda wants to save Luffy going all out. Up until the fight against like Kaido or Big Mom. Finally get into the flashback, and I don't think we're going out of it until it's actually concluded. And we see little baby 5 there, and little Buffalo, as well as a younger version of Diamante and a younger version of Treble. Because remember, Treble did say that he used to take care of Law. Finally, you see Corazon's design, and we find out that he's an incredibly clumsy man. and then he's pretty much dressed up as present time Law with the jeans and the boots and the feather coat, and he bitch slaps Baby 5 and Buffalo. And I think, yeah, Doflamingo's design is based on a rock star. I know Diamante is based on Steven Tyler, his design. So yeah, it just keeps up with the, you know, the whole rock star sort of design. He hates children too, which is shown when he throws Law out of the fucking window. It's crazy. So I'm guessing those feelings are going to have to change at some point in this story. And I'm actually expecting to see a young Bellamy in this flashback just to give us some information as to why he admires Doflamingo so much. I thought it was a very interesting chapter. Too bad the translation I used sucked, but you know, it's you can tell like there's some good quality information in this chapter. Thank you so much for watching, liking the review if you did. I appreciate that. Comment, tell me your thoughts about the stuff that I said. And subscribe to my channel to get more One Piece reviews. Thanks.